I didn't know you wasn't working out.
All right. Yeah, it's just
Like I was wrestling out there, like
I don't know. I guess I have to turn it this way.
yeah, it's just so much in your body that you never use.
We on. We on. Akim. Go ahead and set it up. That's what happens when Uncle Esau starts messing with your brain. All right, Akim. We're gonna go ahead and bust it out.
He's not on camera. Move the sheet over.
No,
here.
I don't need to be on camera. Yeah, all you need to do is hear my voice.
Can you hear the
Gonna
words
say
that are
something.
coming out of my mouth? Well,
Right.
Words come from a ghost. That's not his
That's
friend.
right. I'm a spirit.
Yeah, we get it. In the physical and the spiritual.
Right,
Shalom,
man.
Akim, first and foremost, like you say, give all praises and highest honor to
Yeah,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honor to the Father, the elder apostle, the great millstone, salutations to the present. Preach and teach his word in truth and sincerity. Brother Ariaga. Go around the room.
Ma.
Maraka.
That's him in the green.
Oh, you just had to say that, huh?
I thought you introduced yourself. Shalom, people.
Come on, my peeps.
My paps.
What you talking about, Pap Smears? What you mean? All right, and today's little lesson
You want to go into. I wanted to come out with something. I, sought the Lord if I should do it, and He said yes. We started out on it earlier today, and the camera cut off. I was cut time, or if it was cold or whatever, but nonetheless, we're sitting here together as a camp. We're gonna run back over that because, in general, this is a piece of information that is heavy. All right, very heavy. And just to know times that we in, you had to be prepared for anything. So be prepared. One of the things that you really need to grasp is the fact that we have to be in remembrance of Lot's wife. Especially for you brothers that do have wives. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's wild. I agree. Being a man that had a 13-year relationship, 4 children later, in a pandemic, grew his family up in the truth, you gotta be prepared for whatever comes at you. Because these demons out here, the Lord will do as He deems. Puts demon on an individual, and that can change their whole life. All right, it can be instant. A nigga moment can happen in a second. All right, that can 5 seconds and change your whole life.
I got a scripture for you to start. Matthew 10:36. A man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Whether it be the household that you're living in, whether it be the household that you share with your children and your woman, whether it be the household that you have with family from across, whether it be in a camp, because this is a household, Body Yahweh Shai is one body. So this is a household. This is our household here in Michigan, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it can be, you have different households. It can be your direct household or just people you associated with. And we also, put that out there too. There may be a Judas in every camp. That's one of the things that we always have to keep in our mind. And coming into these evil days that we're in, we have to be circumspect about ourselves. Just pray it's not you. I ain't saying be all looking at each other with a type shit. Just make sure it's not you. Because if he's there, you know what, the Heavenly Father put him. All right. It's up to you to make sure that you are prepared to not be that Judas. But nonetheless, what is it? You said women are not our women unless they're.
Your woman is not your woman. Your woman is not with you if she's not with you.
Right. Expound on that, please, brother.
Well, basically, you got a woman that you think is on your side. They're on your side as long as they're with you. As soon as they leave from you, then Satan gains control of them completely, and they're not with you. So if they're not with you, they're not with you.
Right.
Just like the brothers and the apostles was always saying, hey, the woman is gonna turn cold as soon as she leaves you. If she became a Hebrew Israelite while she was with you, then when she leaves, she's gonna become whatever she was before she was with you.
Choice. You're going back to the church.
Yep.
To the church.
Yep. All the other doctrines that she came to follow you with is gonna stay with you. And a woman don't got that type of integrity, you know.
Right. Right.
None at all. Shoot. Let me get this scripture too, man.
Are you getting that?
You can start.
I just wanted to go into a little bit of the background on it. Like you said, raise children and the family up in it. Of course, she was down, when we found out, you know what I'm saying? Got the Hebrew name and all of that. Raised my children born and raised into it, teaching them the Hebrew, following the customs, calling you Lord and all of that. For years, bro. Not something that was just like a ploy on a couple months, years, raising children up from little like infants to, teens, you know, or preteens. So you gotta be prepared for both sides of this. And I think that's a lot of the reasons why it serves to take certain men out of the truth. Because they're not prepared for both sides of this thing. You can make it or you not. You can go to a concentration camp. I mean, the Most High can't save you from there. But nonetheless, you can be put in a situation where it looks like there's no hope. When it comes down to it, regardless of what we hit with, spiritually, we have to be fit enough to be able to endure whatever the Lord brings.
I make a point before you go in. These last days, since the dating pool is dwindling as far as men coming back to the understanding of who they are, manhood, the status of these women, you're going to have a lot of these women infiltrate the quote unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. They're going to be acting like they're submitting to you and things of that nature, down with your program and all that. But they're going to try to overthrow you just like a double agent would. So like younger men like my age, well, I'm almost 30. but like my age, have to be very circumspect. Not every woman that really wants to get down with you, you should necessarily take her on.
Something wrong with it?
Oh no, that was a brother.
And let the church say amen.
Fine. This is Ecclesiastes 7:25. I applied my heart to know and to search and seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know wickedness and folly, even the foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and whose hands is bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So, yeah. And hey, the woman is not with you. Micah 7:10, man.
Because a lot of men think, oh well, she's my better half, she's my backbone, and they don't have a thought in their mind that they would ever trespass against them. But the reality is, it's more likely you have, because one, the curses, two, feminism, three, we in America, going on and on and on.
Yeah. This is let's see. I got something real quick. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and 11. Watch over, and it's talking about the daughter, but it applies to any woman. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. So don't be surprised if your woman trespass against you, man. She is still a woman, you know. She will, and then it goes into how slutty a woman would be to be nice about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't be surprised when your woman trespass against you because she's not with you. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. Even when she's with you, she's not really with you.
Right? She got to be tested too.
God,
If we being tested by our
God,
faith and we going out here doing these works, she's gonna be tested too, and her faith is gonna be tested. Or
God.
whether she can continue that walk with us
Yeah.
and be found worthy. If we saved, then our family is saved.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can fall off that day right before Yahweh Shai come back. Same thing with us. So what is that saying? You said they both are valued, but
Yeah, men and women are both valuable. Valuable. Men and women are both
equal value,
value, but
but
not in nature.
right, of course.
You know, because we're both needed, but naturally the man is more valuable because of the things the man do. The woman have to do certain things too, and that's what makes her valuable. In this society, there's no valuable woman. Why? Because they don't do their womanly duty. If they did their womanly duties, then that would give them their value. However, they don't do their woman.
Right. And, you know, we gotta keep, even if you're doing sometime and then stop doing, later. Look, you're always doing it. Why? Because we've been going out putting in this work week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. I mean, shit, we got proof.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out a couple of scriptures. This is Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless ones, or ye careless women. For the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and girt sackcloth upon your loins. Basically telling you that goes straight to all you proud women out there that's leaving your husbands, that's men in the Lord, that's going back into the world or whatever. That you know what happened? You women got ease. Y'all at ease. Y'all believe in Esau. So let's see what the Lord said about that. He already told y'all to rise up, you careless women. This is Isaiah chapter 40, I'm gonna start at verse 29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. That's telling you that, the ones that wait upon him, the Lord is going to give them strength. The Lord is going to give them the strength that they need to be in this time until he come back. But you women, y'all at ease. The Lord gonna put sackcloth on y'all. The Lord gonna man, y'all gonna smell like dung.
Hey, look, go so many days without watching your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it gangster. Go so many days without watching your vagina. You can't say, oh, go a day without watching your dick and balls. You gotta understand. You have a wound. A wound is supposed to be submerged and closed. You get a gunshot wound, there's a certain way you're supposed to clean because it's an opening in your body. So on that day, not being able to keep up on your feminine hygiene, you're gonna be out here cutting up. Like rock lobster. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100. Because those are the times we coming in. Man don't have to worry about smelling like that unless he just trifling as hell because we don't have wounds.
That's the worst thing for a woman.
Yes.
For a woman to smell bad.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
yeah. You can look like $1,000,000 to smell bad.
If you smell bad, I don't give a fuck what you look like. You can be the prettiest bitch in the world. You smell like shit. Ain't nobody gonna want to be next
No.
to you.
Because it's unless you a real ratchet ass nigga, especially a ratchet ass devil like Esau. Esau get off on you, let bitches fart in his face.
You come from the cave, you used to that. You used to that coming from the cave.
Right.
That's how they women smelled anyways in the cave.
Let motherfuckers shit in their face and shit games and scat and all that weird shit. You know, they accustomed to that type. That gives them a rise off that shit. But in reality, most men, it's gonna be like, or men in general, I know males, men, they're gonna be like, hey man, you can get the fuck away from me with all that weird shit. I like the basic, you know, you put the D and the P, you know what I'm saying? Make babies and maybe do a little put in your mouth or whatever they want to do, you know, that's their marriage bed. But outside of all of that weird, strange love and shit, you know, you gotta know what's up.
Fluidity,
brother,
sexual fluidity.
Right.
That's really what it is. Goes into that.
Right.
That's
I have a verse to bring out.
You running and walking.
It kind of goes along
And
with
it's
what
true,
you were saying
you know.
about.
Yeah, your brother is running and walking in his truth. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smells, that there should be stink
Hey,
instead of griddle and a
Y'all
rent.
playing,
Hey,
we ain't. That's for all you women that are at ease.
right.
That believe all these crazy things on how you don't need a man for the Lord to save you. You know.
Matter of fact, you should start at 18.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 18. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of the thinking ornaments about their feet and their cows and their round tires like the moon.
Keep going all the way to the end.
All right, we can
The
start talking about
chains and the bracelets and the mufflers and
Right.
the bonnets and
right.
the ornaments
All of these add-ons.
that women
Come
wear,
out here with all of this
jewelry.
tinkling jewelry. I'm sorry, man.
Ornaments of the leg and headbands and tables and the earrings and the rings and nose jewels. It's like, the changeable suits of apparel and the mats of the wimples and the grasping pins,
Like putting them little pins up in their head and shit.
Yeah.
Pin in their hair back.
the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smells, there shall be stink instead of girdle and rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness.
And let me tell you something.
Guess what?
There's an application to all of that.
That's already affecting us, right?
Right.
That's already
Yep,
doing it
keep
right
going,
now.
though.
Because I want to say this because with the bald head, you know, you see a lot of these women going natural now. And you got the so-called black woman, her hair don't look like it did back in the day, but she can have some nice hair if you take care of it. All right, but what's one of the traditions of the so-called black family is to give their daughters a perm, even though they don't need it, because once you put a perm in your hair, it's all downhill. You have to continue using perm for your hair fall. All right, and it's being permanent damage done to your roots, and that shit is seeping into your. You gotta think, put that shit on your head, it's seeping into your brain.
I know exactly what you're talking about
chemicals and
because
shit.
that's exactly what happened to my daughter.
Yes.
My wife gave all my daughters when they were about 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. She gave them all perms for the first time. These kitty perms or whatever. Fucked their hair up.
Yes.
Their hair fall to the point she was crying.
Yes.
Because boys would make fun of her.
And she probably don't even know why she did it. She just did it because her mother
I
had
have no idea because this thing they all had long hair.
Yes.
I don't understand why. She wanted it to be straight.
She did it because
like Esau's hair. She wanted it to be straight. And
Yes.
I told her I used to always encourage my daughters that y'all woolly hair, y'all have protons and electrons in your woolly hair. That's why you can make static electricity.
right.
Esau has neutrons in his hair, which is dead.
That's
he has
true.
dead hair,
because it's destroying, it's eating away at the root of the hair follicle. All the chemicals is just.
They used to laugh at me because I used to call it protons and electrons because black people do generate electricity, protons and electrons.
Right.
You know? That's how our hair is a lot.
Yeah, it has life to it. That's why it stands up. All right.
Go ahead.
Y'all go about, y'all put that stuff in there and it nullifies it. So I think it's so negative.
And instead of
Stomacher.
a girdling of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty.
Now, instead of a stomacher or girding, basically, you look at the stats, blackdemographics.com, 80% of black women are overweight, and 60% of them are considered obese. So,
80%. That's more than anybody else in the world.
That's more than any other nation in the world. Like, yes, 80% of our women are considered overweight, and 60% of them are considered obese.
There is no even excuse to.
No,
no. There's no rebuttal.
No, you can't say nothing about that. And yes, especially black women, they are. Yeah, yeah. They'll say an eating disorder because they got a weight problem. They can't wait to eat.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Man, it's like goddamn.
That's a real shit. Yeah. So
yeah, and they won't go on no diets or nothing, but that's a curse thing. So.
They think that they can eat their weight off.
Yeah. I just stop. If I eat a salad,
that's how they got there, man.
If I eat a salad, a chicken salad with more chicken in it than lettuce. I mean, if I drink a big ass large diet, Dr. Pepper,
no exercise.
Drink a 2 liter of Diet Coke, and then that's how you go lose
eat
weight.
A salad.
Eat a chicken salad with more chicken than lettuce.
This has less
and
sugar.
then go the next
weight.
10 hours without.
Right.
Which that makes you sick. You know, that make you sick.
But after all that goddamn Diet Coke, it ain't done nothing for you.
Why can't they be like white women and work out and go to gym?
I don't know.
Right, because
or job. Why don't they do that? What do they lose for doing?
Kevin Samuels thing, he told a woman that she needs to lose weight, and the woman responded, yes, this is a black woman. She said, I ain't trying to, I don't got enough money to get liposuction. It's like liposuction. What are you talking about, liposuction?
Because she was busy taking offense to what he was saying.
Yeah.
Instead of just
That's
her plan to
when
lose
they're
weight.
Overweight, we do it the hardest.
The first thing she went to about losing weight is liposuction. You don't need work out. Just exercise. That's it.
Take care of yourself. Why is that so hard?
That's afraid.
They say, I hear this a lot, they don't want to lose their titties or their ass. So that's why they don't want to. They're so bad.
Yeah, that's bad as fuck. But
that logic doesn't even apply to them or us. Like if we were fat, is our size gonna go down? No.
No, we gotta exercise and diet.
Mm-hmm.
We have to put in work.
Right. You know, everybody do. Especially when you decide they be getting.
Your breasts and butt are gonna be the proportions of your body. So if you're fat, they're not gonna be as big as you are.
Right.
But they'll just be moderately big. Yeah. You know?
If you get that liposuction, then your skin is gonna start fucking looking like it's melting off a chicken bone.
You seen that what's that girl's name? She was on that rapper show called her name is New York. You heard her? No, Flavor Flav. She had a talk show where she's talking about how she was ashamed of her body.
She looked nice though.
She looked nice, but you didn't see her body.
On the show.
No, they didn't show her body. She showed her without a bra. It looked like deflated balloon. They
so
don't hold up.
She had to pick up and pour her
She had to use some type of trick magic bra to make it shake. That's what they use. Women use now. They use magic outfits to make themselves look pumpy, like they because they don't take care of themselves. So they want to trick you into thinking they do.
Yeah. When the clothes come off, the truth happens.
Be like,
their waist trainers is wicked.
Yeah.
Because you crush
they can't take care of themselves and they make excuses why they don't want to, and they rather go get surgery to just work out and do some
Right,
push-ups,
right.
do some
Oh
jogging,
my
do some
God.
sit-ups.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
sounds
Jumping
crazy.
jacks.
That sounds crazy in general,
She
yo.
ain't as
Because
big
you
as
wanna, it's like the whole Atkins diet or this different diets, that Hollywood diet. All right, you want to sit back and get real life results, but not doing much at all. But sit,
Mhm.
you can eat whatever you want. Just sit home on your ass. Just take this pill
Right,
or this.
right,
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
you throw up.
right. It's not no
Come on,
quick
man.
fix.
That's unbelievable. Just like the commercial they got going on. Basically saying that you can everybody can fuck everybody now. Even if you got AIDS, you can fuck.
Yeah,
But they got a
Right.
pill for it.
I ain't got.
Right.
Oh, I heard about that. You gotta take a pill at a certain
Yeah.
amount of time.
Yeah,
You gotta
at
take
some
it.
time every
You
day.
gotta take it every day,
At a
and
certain
you can.
time.
But why not just have them fuck people that already got it so they can stay away from us? Why don't they just do
Right.
that?
Right.
Push them away from us. Put them in their own town where they can do that and not affect me. Why don't they
Right.
just do
That's
that?
the thing, though, man. Just don't be out here in the world.
Mhm.
Follow your hoe by some y'all son. You ain't got to worry about that.
Right. I'm gonna finish off what he was reading. This is 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
day is coming. You women, you proud women, y'all gonna be sitting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like who done it.
Exactly.
You have that look on your face like what I go do now.
Right. Who done it and why?
Right.
Shit.
Right. That's how he
And
started.
then the up in there is not gonna be no answer for you.
No, the only answer is gonna be retaliation.
Yeah.
You asking answers, boy. Concentration camp.
You have a choice to make,
Right.
whether you
Yeah.
like it or not.
Right.
Be with the Lord or don't. Get smashed a bit. I don't know.
How you gonna love your oppressors that called y'all reckless breeder?
Oh
Right.
yeah. And then those same people try to diminish your numbers
Mm-hmm.
with all these medical things which they learned by
Mhm.
experimenting on your people
Mm-hmm.
to get better at medicine. And all that done is hurt you, hinder you, and kill a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you still trust them. All they're good, they're safe. People are still dying from taking their medicine, and the most people that are killers out there in the world are doctors.
Well, a lot of our people have an inferiority complex. Mainly as our women, they feel so low about themselves. They're about themselves.
Thank you.
The hair that they wear, the size of their body, how they act. They have low self-esteem.
That's true. If I had even you'd be surprised at what you install and the wife of your bosom. They don't even realize you changed their whole life. They was never like that when you came to them. And then they get what they need. Yes, I'm grateful as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Suck all like crowd parasite.
Mm-hmm.
Once they suck everything I need, they ready to go literally and spiritually. They want to go off and they want to think they can do the quote unquote, I can do all bad by myself. You're right.
Yeah,
You will.
they on their Tyler Perry. You know?
Hey, that's
Or
fine.
they killed out here.
And we gonna make them a oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
On Tyler Perry. Mm.
you get right, just hit him in his head.
Let me tell you something, man. Tyler Perry ain't shit compared to Family Feud. That you have no idea how dumb our women really are until you watch Family Feud.
Yeah, you get a good idea. That and World Star, those are two great indicators. So recently I went through a divorce about 4 months ago. And or not a divorce, we wasn't married, but what I mean is brother when I say divorce. We was separated and like I said, he had a great Hebrew Israelite family. Everything was beautiful. And one day that spirit got taken off of her, everything went left, bro. It was literally like damn near overnight. And it just got real. And once it got real, we started separating. That separation, whenever you and your loved one are no longer one flesh anymore, it says, let no man separate that which the Lord has brought together.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord can separate. He can bring that
Mhm.
separation. And once he brings that separation, especially when y'all stop sleeping with each other, your spirit is no longer on her or denying you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remember the Lord does everything for a reason.
Mhm.
And when these things happen, we gotta see where we fell. Like, are we in the right? Are we straight? Because the Lord will do things to us, and we won't even realize it's a blessing until after we see the fruits of it. You know, so the faster that you recognize that it's a blessing, whether the Most High needs you to separate from her so you can get your shit together in these last days, or he just separated you because she's bad business. He's gonna do something to her. However, the Heavenly Father has, whatever your situation.
The only thing is, though, your time to think. The Lord gave you the strength to not think.
Right.
And to keep pushing.
Right. Or did you keep that baby straight?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you go through, hard or shine, the rain, sleet, or snow. But long story short, oh yeah, oh no, that's what I bought. Hey, you got a point because I know that phone. Long story short, I'm on child support now. She moved 44 minutes away. Waited till I was preaching the word. Like at a time, like when we was out, we just came in preaching on the street and come back home and my children, everybody's gone. We took the children and all them to the country, moved all the way out to bumfuck Egypt, right? And so all I want is visitation with your children, which I'm miraculously the Lord is blessed to come to you now. But you know, once the whole custody being brought up, I know my rights to my custody, which I was told by the uh, child support representative or whatever. And I was filling out the information, or the case manager or whatever it is for it. Um, she let me know all my rights. We was cool. She just didn't understand the situation either. Why the hell would she move all the way out here in the middle of Mayberry? Because that's what the shit looked like. It looked like Andy Griffith, Arnie Pfeiffer's in the bitch. All right, old courthouse. It looked like going in the back of the time and going into a time machine. And you all the way the fuck out here with 4 children, single so-called black woman, 4 children.
Not knowing that everybody next door to you got guns.
And they hate you. They hate you because that's one of the biggest crackhead counties in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, it's also not the time that these Edomites showing they disregard and they hate for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about they're unsafe with me. So this is where it gets juicy. After I brought up my rights and all my rights and visitation rights, because I want to see my children so I can take them to get their teeth fixed. That's it. Spend time with them and get their teeth fixed, and they can come back to your piece of shit for now. That's when the issue started. A couple days before my birthday on the 25th, I wrote a letter. And in this letter, I sought the Lord in it, so I'm going to go ahead and read. Okay. And just to go to show, this is real. Think you got a real one? Don't let your guard down for a second.
Yeah, you only got a real wicked.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time will come where 7 women stick to one man
Mm-hmm.
and want that reproach taken away, but it's not that time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So nonetheless, they got us subsidized housing, picking up shit, dog shit outside until she can get her child support. Now that they getting that from me, nonetheless, because that happens to you, that's one of the biggest things. You got fathers that want to be fathers and that love their children that cannot be that. Why? Because the system set it up to where this woman can separate it. So she wrote a letter to them. And mind you, my children are at my house right now for the weekend. But this is the stuff she wrote. She doesn't know about it. All right? Be careful because the court will send you this paperwork and let you know what's being said about you so you can represent yourself. But this is for all the brotherhood. Says my name is Ariagas Demon. If I have sole physical custody of 3 children with Ariaga, who has joint legal custody, I am seeking a motion for his visitations to be suspended and no overnights. Uh, my reasons being is because Mr. Ariaga has a history of being verbally and emotionally abusive, mind you, And verbal abuse came from telling the truth, and it only came about when certain questions was asked. Because other than that, you treat your wife as a weaker vessel, give them that milk. But when you overhear brothers talking about the word, and then you think that it's applying to you, it's kind of like and we stand around and say, I hate a bitch, man. Bitches ain't shit. And a woman get offended, like, we ain't calling you a bitch. You a woman. You doing what you're supposed to do. You shouldn't get offended by something, especially if it's not talking about you at all in general. But, demons like these bitches like to come to the rescue of other hoes. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. They support each other. They wicked. Even though they don't get along, they'll support each other. They wicked. Always. Right, of another bitch. Thank you. That person pastor, man. So the verbal abuse, that just came out of nowhere. That was basically because of the truth. You saying women are this and that. If I can point it out to you and bring it to you, and then your only response is that's your interpretation, and I know what God's doing through me, and here we go. That's when some bullshit is going. He is currently following an active member in a radical group / cult called Great Millstone, GMS. And remember, cult just means to worship anyway. It's not a cult. So they are a hate group who believe they are the real Jews. They believe that white people are devils. Well, she believes that too.
Why didn't she put that in there?
All right.
I also believe this, by the way.
Right. Why she didn't put this in there though?
Right.
It's not about a skin color thing.
Right. And we don't think all white people are bad, because we know some of them that look white.
That's not actually right.
We said that
Because it goes
already.
by the spirit.
Exactly.
So if your spirit identifies as Edom, you're a white person. You're the devil.
That's right.
If your spirit record is known in Israel,
Right.
then you're an Israelite. And no matter what color you are, it don't matter what you look like.
Right.
You can look like a Chinese man. You can look like a white man.
Right.
Or no matter what nation man you look like. Because we scattered on all four. We scattered all across the globe.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
They believe in abusing women and raping women and young girls. This is what she bringing to Uncle Esau's court up against me. This is what she's bringing up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never taught my children that, and I ain't never say. Does the Bible say that that happened in the Bible and that it happened again? Yes, it does. We'll point out every scripture to you. We ain't never say shit about no young, and she knows. But I ain't never say nothing about no young girl. That's some bullshit. Especially having daughters.
Yeah, and by the way, we haven't raped no women.
Just
Young
to put
or
that out
They
there.
haven't assaulted no women or
Right.
raped any women.
No record of such.
No,
Right.
no, because those things are not expedient. You're not telling you to go around and do it. Discover something.
You said in every video when we not to do it.
Right.
You can get in trouble, you can get arrested. It's not something to do right now.
It's just like,
We
you
ain't
can't
gonna
go
physically
out
touch
and
you.
kill no
Fact.
men that sleep with
Yeah.
other men,
Yeah, don't kill
Right,
people
you
that
know,
are sleeping with your wife.
even though it's in
and
the Bible.
Don't kill white people.
Yeah.
Or people that
You
have
gotta follow-
hurt you or anything like
Yeah.
that.
But you follow the laws of the land that you are in, and just like you follow the scripture.
Right, because we ain't in the kingdom yet.
We
You
said that.
Right. Right. Says it says after the young girls bullshit. Says they refer to women as demons or we don't
Well,
refer
the
to
proof is in the
referring
picture.
to
we refer
whores
to
as
whores, not women, because we know that there's a very small minuscule amount of women out there in the
Right.
world.
that act as women.
A woman is, if you go to the definition, a woman is a servant to a man. Woe is in servant, man is in man. Woman is a servant of a man. That's what a real woman is.
By definition.
Yep, by definition.
Right. So we understand what the scriptures say. All right. We know when it says these certain things, we know how to go into the translation.
Mhm.
in the original language of the the Hebrew,
Mhm.
the Latin, and the Greek, and you
Right.
know what it actually says there. All right. I'm not even gonna get off into the. I'm trying to get to the point because we can go all into these scripture that we talking about, the rape doctrine. But you know, that's for you brothers to do as well. You know, we go to that at a later time.
Study to show yourself approved.
That's it.
It's like real quick. You can get someone like this, and for example, you can get a defamation of character.
Mhm.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, you can. If you gonna ruin somebody's whole name with this shit.
Mhm.
All right. It says they refer to women as demons, whores. They don't consider women to be people. I guess we just can consider them. Hold on. They don't consider them but only something to poke on. It says when a man begetteth a wife, a man begetteth a possession in Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't go around like, hey, bitch, hold my pocket or do some shit like that. I ain't never got down like that.
Wait, but there's a such thing as a man having a wife in the scripture.
Right.
What about that part?
Right.
You know, we don't go around sleeping with other men's wives.
Right.
So much for something to poke on, huh?
Can I bring out a precept, brother? Or you read? Can I read? This is Leviticus chapter 21, verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his
Wait,
God.
the first man she has sex,
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows who that is by the time you get her.
Right.
Just wait a little time. She'll tell you.
Right. Maybe. I mean, if she can remember beyond hundreds that she been slept with.
A woman never forget her first. She
Mm-hmm.
never forget that.
Yeah.
You know why? That's her husband. That's her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you can put it in this kingdom. You can
Yeah.
have to put a ring.
The Esau made it where you just keep dating until you get a man that's got a car with a good job and this and that. So how you know that it ain't gonna take 20 or 30 niggas for her to fuck to actually find that person?
She know because she know because it was 35 for her.
You know what
It
I'm
should
saying?
at least be 30 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, if you start now, you'll be
Right.
5 less bodies than me.
Right.
Because that's what they promote in this kingdom anyway.
Right.
It says they teach these things to their children. I never taught my children that women was possessions and that, you know, about the rape, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible. I have no
They
need to
wouldn't
teach
understand.
children that.
Right. That's probably something you taught her, discussed on her private,
Yeah.
one on
Well,
one.
and it's mainly because she has something to say about it. So of course I'm gonna say something about it and I'm gonna bring it out.
Right.
Since you over here talking shit, let me just bust it out. What you
Mm-hmm.
gonna say now? Sitting there looking goofy as hell. And then you got, oh, well, no, that's not what that means. All right, that's coming from the one that hasn't taught anybody the Bible not one day in their life.
You said bop to her. That is so abusive.
I know. Like, oh, on my emotions
Right.
make me cry sometimes.
Then you gonna read scripture.
Oh, that's a double bop.
Yeah, that can really hurt someone's
Bop, bop,
Right.
bop.
That is just emotional abuse.
Right.
That's
Hurting
why.
girls' feelings
That's
for
why
telling
reading the
truth and
Bible
stuff.
is not for everyone that is too soft-hearted. Don't read the
Yeah.
Bible if you can't handle it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to store it all.
Better you not know than if you know, because if you know, guess what? Now you know.
Now
So
you
if you choose to go back into the world, guess what? You know what's going to happen to
Exactly.
you. You know what's in the back of your mind.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. White has oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ariaga has also taught these things to our children. He also taught them that women are created as natural liars, and men are more righteous than women. The Bible says, "Let every man be a liar." All right, so I understand. I understand that aspect that let every man be a liar. I would
You
have
said
never
let
said
the Lord be the
right.
chief, but you have to you have to actually go into the scriptures because it talks about let the Lord be the truth and every man a liar.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Right, that's why I was paraphrasing it right now. Because you know the Bible says that, and to let every man be a liar.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to it, I'd never teach my children that bullshit. Oh, they just natural liars. Kids, remember that shit, y'all. All right. You know what I'm saying? No, that's a bunch of dog shit.
Right.
All right. I taught them that, you know, not to lie and to come away from that? Yes, I have.
But see, now let's look at logic. Why teach your daughters not to lie if they're just natural born liars?
Exactly.
It don't make no sense. You ain't gonna get nowhere.
Right.
Oh, you just a natural born liar. It ain't your fault.
Right. Why would I try to teach you?
Right.
Right.
It says,
I have that if you let me read that.
okay, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 4. God forbid. Ye let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, that mightest overcome when thou art judged.
The mightiest overcome when thou art judged. Yup.
Now there it is.
Yup.
Because
Right.
all of this, bitch. You built up right now. You mighty
Just
right now.
barking
This
shit. Yup.
Everyone is a liar to judge, prove it. So
Right.
they're proven to be true.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker's mighty until that truth hit.
Mm-hmm.
Cut your ass down quick.
Yep. And she gonna find out.
That's what that means.
He said when I'm trying to think of where that says. Because I get that in a second. Let me read this. Or can you? It's a that basically we got we see good and evil of the Lord,
Right. Right.
and then also in Job it also goes into talking about what I'm about to read next, talking about a man being worthy of not just good as well as evil. But it's another one where it says that we'll receive our judgment in the flesh. Everybody's worthy of.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for babies too. It says, I was sexually abused and raped, to which sexually abused and molested, to which Ariana told me it was my fault. I deserved it, and he doesn't care. Look, when you keep messing with somebody and then trying to utilize that as a justification, like what happened to you to justify shit that you're doing now all the time, that's what turns into a constant vexation. Did it happen to you? You was worthy of it happening. It's like saying I got shot in my damn chest and I didn't deserve it. Motherfucker, it happened to you because the Most High made it happen.
Saying basically that if you're punished for it by something, because something happened to you, you deserve that punishment.
Right.
Whether you did something in this life or the next.
Well,
You know,
you
but
gonna
this the
receive
thing,
it or
if,
not.
if something really like that happens, you're not gonna throw it in somebody's face
No.
every single time. You get mad at
Because you weren't the one that caused it. You didn't let
Right.
that happen to them.
Right.
you wasn't even
Well,
in the
it'd be
weren't
some
there.
bullshit if I did, because it showed you I got to a point where I had to hit her with that because I'm the one that took you in, knowing that, and built you up.
Right. And when he say hit her, he's not talking about physically hit her.
I know you.
He's talking about hitting her with the scripture.
Right.
which is
Oh
allowed
yeah,
to
yeah.
know.
Let me clarify
You
that.
know, I want
So
to
she
clear
don't
that up.
say
You'll be
something
like,
like,
see?
Right. Right. What's going on, bro? No. All right. So when it comes
and
down
oh
to
yeah, he didn't actually hit her with the book.
right.
He just read the word. That's all.
Right.
He didn't do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now let me read this to you. No.
Yeah.
You understand?
I mean,
So
Yeah, I got a quick precept for the subject that y'all.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21, a favorite.
mm-hmm.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess land nor fill the face of the world with cities. And that's basically just going into reincarnation, man. So if the Lord said prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, Esau, basically, because the children say, hey, we didn't do nothing to y'all, we didn't do nothing to your forefathers. Our forefathers did that. That didn't have nothing to do with us. Why prepare slaughter for us? We didn't do nothing wrong.
Hey, Shalom,
You
Mahab.
did it in the regeneration.
Shalom. Yabashim Yashab Bashim Kakadar. Shalom, Mahab.
So
So
I'm sorry, Salaki. I didn't cut you off.
oh, okay.
Go
I
ahead.
was just, explaining that regeneration, man. When you, hey, that's the reincarnation right there in a nutshell, man.
Second and third generation.
I didn't even read that. I just read fair slaughter and shit.
Oh,
you
I'm
know?
sorry. Okay, come.
Because it's like, hey man, look, you get punished for the things that you get punished for your past lives and your present life.
That's
Matter of fact, yeah,
Right.
and that's a good one too.
If you can
The
receive
second
it,
and yep,
like the Lord said,
second
if
and
you
third
can
generation.
receive.
Right.
Sometimes you can't receive that.
Right, because
Reincarnation's a
that,
real thing.
reincarnation is strong meat to a lot of people, man.
Right.
You
It's
know,
like
it
milk.
seems-
It can be eat. It's like trying to feed a baby raw meat. I mean, cooked meat before you even fed him milk. Right? No,
Mhm.
it's so strong that that a lot of people just ain't gonna get it. Just like the rape doctor.
Mhm.
You know, it's so strong that a lot of people just ain't gonna want to accept it.
Yeah, right.
Even if it is true.
Yep,
Which
now,
it is true. Everything in the scripture is true.
right.
That clear.
The Exodus 20 and 5. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that
Woo!
hate me.
Hey man, to the third and fourth generation,
Right.
to those that hate me, you did something that offended the Heavenly Father to the
Mhm.
point where He gonna come see you to the third and fourth generation of that.
Yeah.
You wonder why people born with retardations, and you wonder why. What's the second? It's the last one.
Says Shalom, Shalom. Abath, Abath Ma.
The brother ain't Shalom about. That must be some brothers on your page. Okay, yeah, Shalom. That's right, you know. So this is why you have people born with retardations and different difficulties and problems.
Yeah,
All right.
he said Cain was gonna be cursed forever.
Right.
So after Cain dies, you think his curse went away when he said he's gonna be cursed
Right.
forever? No,
Exactly.
Cain keeps coming back, and guess who Cain came back as?
Damn.
Esau.
Esau, Edom. Esau is Edom.
Right.
Damn it.
And this is Job 2 and 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
Damn.
What shall
You
what
talking
shall
like one of them crazy ass bitches, man.
right,
Layman's terms today.
God, what shall we receive good at the hand of the power and shall we not receive evil?
Look, bitch, you think we ain't, look, you talking like one of them crazy bitches. You think we gonna just get good of the Most High and not some bad shit too?
Right. God is good all the time. There you go.
No, he's not.
Shall we not receive evil from him? Yeah,
Right,
we're
he
gonna
gave me
receive
evil too.
know?
Damn it. So
Yeah.
that statement in general,
Yeah.
you know, it shows I'm reading a good book. It's a
Right.
book of lamentation, law, scriptures, history, lamentation. Whoa,
Well,
yeah.
let's get straight to the point.
Right.
you know?
And
Yeah,
all
we gonna
this
get that Ecclesiastes.
yeah, and all this did not Job sin with his lip, you know?
Hey, all of that hell he went through. He didn't say, you know what, man, start cursing it right.
Mhm.
He didn't curse the Most High out and tell him what he deserved and what he feel
Right.
and shit, and throw his garment down and just, fuck it, I'm just done with it. No, right? Because a bitch do that quick. Fuck it, I'm just done.
Right.
And everything she thought about you the whole time comes out when
Mhm.
that time.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. And it was least. That's it.
Mhm.
But you can't.
Con. It said, so by saying it was her fault, by telling her, yeah, you did something worthy of in your past life.
Mhm.
I don't. Hey, you got me to this point. You gonna keep arguing with me? I'm gonna let you have it. It goes to show that you the weaker vessel, and men always walking on some fucking eggshells anyway.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know. You want to know? God damn it, what's that? Yeah, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Right.
A few good men. All right, it wasn't a few good men and one woman. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, it was.
A few good men and no women.
That's it.
You can't handle the fucking truth,
No,
you know?
my pussy stink tell me. My breast stink tell me. Hey, baby, you know, you want to touch your breast, pussy cutting up, you know, look. Trying to tell her nice, you know what I mean? Might take a bath. What the fuck you trying to say? You trying to say I stink? Nigga, you ain't shit.
I put it this way:
And all this
if
crazy
you
shit.
think that there's not a day coming that's gonna be so bad that people's hearts don't fail them, just But just being in that day, I just want to read this to you. You know, all the brothers know because it's read all the time. Amos chapter 5, read verse 18 and verse 20. Start at 18. Woe, which means destruction,
Whoa.
unto you that desire the day of the Lord. What end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness, not light. All right, and 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, no brightness in it.
Hey, it's gonna be a dark day. Yeah, they're gonna be
Right.
dark
Since
and evil. Evil just means dark.
And since you believe in Esau so much, I'm gonna read one
Well,
more
bad,
scripture
excuse
down, man. Since they want to believe in Esau so much.
Mhm.
I despise your feast days. And I will not smell in your solemn. All right.
Straight up.
You go to the most corrupted place, court system.
Yeah. Amongst the heathen. You're gonna bring the heathen into this. You know? God
Like you
damn.
believe in all the bullshit that you was taught that was bullshit.
Right.
All of a sudden now you believe.
That although he has never been physically abusive to me, he has to the children.
Right. And basically, in the physical abuse she's talking about is regular discipline. Otherwise, the children will be
What's that
deathly
third one?
afraid of you, man. And that's why it's so wicked. Because it don't even make no sense if you physically abusive to the children that you wouldn't be physically abusive to your spouse.
If you whoop a kid,
Right,
then
that don't
yeah,
make
right.
sense.
They said they want us to speak up a little more so they can hear us better.
Oh, you can't hear it, Akim? I'm glad you said that. The water.
Right,
I
right.
might have to pull it a little bit closer.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, do all that for that.
How's this now?
How's these out?
Right. All right. Can you hear us better now?
You just have to speak up. You
Yeah,
have to
because that
move the
bitch
camera.
was all the way now. Because that's the thing though. It was far away too.
Right.
That bitch was all the way in the back. You know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
diamond in the back. You know, sunroof top.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just trying to dig in and sing with the gangster lane.
Right.
But yeah, the water for that. So you know, so it says, and for those who are just tuning in, basically this is my demon. She wrote a letter against me because we in great millstone, and she wants to go before the judge with it to basically take away my parental rights. All right. So she directly said, as I recap one more time. Oh no. They say that we're in a radical group or cult called Great Millstone, and they hate a hate group who believe they are real Jews and believe that white people are the devil, and we believe in abusing and raping women and young girls. So she going before the heathen with that type of shit.
We already mentioned earlier that none of that stuff is true. And for people that have heard of great millstones,
Speak up, man.
for people that have heard of great
There you go.
millstones, they would run into other people that are white looking or white descent that have said and confirmed that we are the real Jews.
Right.
If you run into those kind of rare videos, you know that by now.
Court gonna be like, they are the real Jews.
Right.
Man,
They may say,
you
they
gotta
may say,
question.
I've seen those videos.
Right.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Right.
Right.
Especially don't make me have to pull out the word, you know.
Right.
Make me have to pull out
Don't
this
let me-
motherfucking
don't
Do
word.
it in court too.
Right.
Right.
It
Well, that's-
shows you
oh,
that
oh,
white
oh.
man or white woman did say that.
Since we busting out videos, because we got to go before a referee. Then if it goes from there, you want to continue on. Then it goes before the judge. Right?
Mhm.
So it says, and mind you, look, I'm a military man. I used to be in the military. One, I know I'm the way I am because the way my mom came up. She was old school Gadite. My mom was a so-called black woman. She was a Gadite. She didn't play that mess. She was the coolest mom. She the coolest mom to this day. And guess what? She wasn't playing with your ass. You were doing things worthy of can we get some of them correcting with the rod scriptures? Because I mean, shit, it's set up. The Heavenly Father has it in the Word. You're supposed to correct your child with the rod. Nobody ever wants to have to discipline their children. Nobody wants to have to whoop your child's ass. You think that motherfucker not know some weirdo?
I think the scriptures say like beat him for he shall not die.
Yes, it tell you that though he cry, he shall
I
not
forgot what
die.
scripture it was, but I think it's like
They also got the one where it says, to chasten them. He who spareth the rod hateth the child. Not you spareth the rod, you spoil the child. Spoil. It said hate. You don't actively chasten your child, you hate them. I love my children to life, not to death, to life.
And I held back a couple of times, but you really can't hold back like because then they'll take it back.
Yes, they will because
You have to really get
I
in
have
the
it.
ass in there.
I have it.
Okay.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of corrections shall drive it far from him.
woo,
Mhm.
that rod of correction, man. So that rod of correction, you knocking all them unclean spirits out of them. I ain't saying you balling up. Bow. I teach my children martial arts first of all. You know what I'm saying? My boys is they're respected everywhere we go. Oh my gosh, you have such well-behaved children anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, such a beautiful family. You think that come because I'm just talking? Hey, children, y'all sit down now. Y'all stop jumping on shit. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta listen to me. Yeah. And you're raising your voice only goes so far sometimes.
This is Proverbs 13:24. He that spareth the rod hateth his son, but he that loveth them chasten him betimes.
And that's all she is explaining is chasten. Because I haven't had to chasten my children in a while. Years. Just based off the fact that, hey, when they went out of the line, we jumped on them and we got that handle. And now my children love me to life. Are you serious? Ain't no afraid. Look, what do? Do we respect the Heavenly Father first before anything? We fear him. We fear him.
Yeah, we fear him first.
So that breeds all the other feelings.
Yeah.
Because you can respect somebody and they do something and you get pissed off and you start getting disrespectful.
Right. Hey, bitches respect a whole lot of men, but they still cheat on them.
Right.
A whole lot of men that they cheated on, they have full respect for.
Yeah.
At least that's what they say.
Yeah.
That's true.
That seems to me
That
that's
is
not
true.
respect at all.
I know, because they don't have the fear to go with it.
Right. So that fear keep your ass in order.
Yep.
Fear keep you in order. Why you think we was getting stoned to death and shit for doing fucked up shit that was too out of order, doing customs of the heat?
Yep.
If a bitch knew
Fear keeps you alive.
that cheating,
Yeah.
if a bitch knew that if she cheated, that her foot would be cut off, bitches would never cheat.
That her life was in danger.
Right.
Right. That her foot. Well, I'm just saying, even to lose a foot.
You're
Yeah,
saying if there's
right.
some type of punishment, would they still commit
Yeah.
the act?
Permit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not no regular.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about one that you can't even make this mistake one
Right.
time.
You're right.
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 Well, that's why they used to make everybody do it. All the people had to get up there and throw them stones.
Yep.
They all had to do that.
You just something abominable get stoned.
Right.
Yep.
And Obama said he was against that.
Stoned to death.
Remember, Obama said he was against that. Well, should we stick with the Sermon on the Mount?
Right.
Suggested stoning your child
Right.
as a law.
Right.
I mean,
Guess
think
what?
about what
What
would it
you
be
mean
if
as
it
a
was a
law?
law.
What is that? Oh.
There's some this. Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to. Don't worry about that. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that small text.
It says Hebrews 12:8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. From a bottom off.
Hey, the water, that's right. You know?
Because it's a shameful thing to be having disobedient children. Think about it when you in the store, right? And children acting up and they,
shit.
you
Right.
annoyed. You like,
Man, why don't you
man,
whoop
that
that motherfucker's ass?
Hey,
Right.
remember that video
You
I
know,
showed y'all?
right.
Brothers? Remember that video I showed y'all when the little Edomite kid was just screaming in the store?
Yeah.
Remember it was just going on and on.
Yeah.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
And
My
the dude
mom,
couldn't. He just didn't know what to do.
look, my mom
Yeah.
would have blasted me right in my mouth. Bam!
Yeah.
Oh, you know that head snap back like Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Roy Jones used to catch that nigga at that head snap because that's gonna make you
pain puts you on remembrance.
Yeah.
You know, it don't have to be no extreme shit. I ain't saying suplex them, leave bruises and gashes. No, man, you do what you got to do to get the point.
Like with me, that might happen. But seriously though, hey man, my son, hey, I take off that belt, man.
Here you go, right here.
Yep, I straight take off that belt.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm his son.
And guess what? Guess what? He's in the word now.
Right.
He's a man of the Lord now.
And, I mean, that's why I don't hardly wear my belt no more, man. I don't got no young kids no more, man.
Right.
That's the
That's that belt. That enough to get your ass together.
All
So
right,
you want to
for
act,
real, man.
this is all you got to do. Like, nah, niggas getting in with it, and they get to put their hand on the pistol and shit. Hey, nigga, I ain't with the bullshit.
I'm wanna or about my con. People respect who they fear. They don't respect who they so-called love. So fear is better than what is called love today. But that's true, man. Because a whole lot of women will say women say all the time, I love my husband. I love my husband more than anything. But they've been cheating for 7 months.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck do you love him and you've been sleeping with another man for 7 months? You didn't have enough fear.
Remember the video we seen the other day with the girl? Remember the video we seen the other day with the dude, with the Edomite girl and the dude, the Israelite man, and he remember the Israelite man, they were walking, and another Israelite man came up with a phone or a mic or something, and asked her, you know, what she call her, is her best friend a dude, and her best friend is a dude.
Oh yeah, I remember
and
that.
he said, would you call him up? And she called him up.
Right.
And,
yeah, dude.
Go ahead,
basically, it was a dude and his lady on the street, and this YouTube personality came up to him. It was like he asked
you have a best friend. You have a best friend that's a guy.
Right. Asked the dude, do your woman got a best friend that's a guy? And the dude said, yeah, but he don't like him and shit. And the dude asked the girl, the YouTube personality, he asked the girl, would you call him up to see if he won't cheat with you or won't hook up with you?
So tell her that you broke up.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, I called him. So tell him that you broke up and let's see what he say. And then they called him up and shit. And the dude basically like, oh, so he broke up with him. Hey, well, that's all right. You can come over here so I can hit that.
No. Remember, he said, you know what? I told you that he wasn't shit for you. Now I need to come over there so we can do it again.
Right.
Like
now I need to come over there so we can do it again. Yep. So basically, you know, he put it out there that he already been fucking her, been sleeping with her and shit.
And the dude suspected it because he kept saying that he sort of trusts his girl.
Yeah, he sort of trusts his girl,
he made that
but not
clear.
But he don't trust the dude.
Trust her. He didn't fully trust her either.
Yeah, but guess what? He found out that the dude was sleeping with her the whole time.
He found out his instincts
were
right.
So
yeah, and the Most High put it on that man's spirit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He got a bundle. Most High is cold. She said, he never been physically abusive to me. He has to the children, punching, slapping, and choking them whenever they didn't meet his expectations.
Basically, you just saying that he homered the children.
Why you little
right?
Choking the man.
Come on, man.
Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you didn't meet. Boy, what? You got 2 different color socks on. I'm punching, choking, or slapping you. Which one you want?
Right, or kicking.
Right or the left. Right.
Right.
Just choose right or left.
Right.
Type shit. Come on, man.
Like Dave Chappelle and Rick James just go kick him in the chest and shit. Man.
I think I got some Carl.
Like,
come on, man.
Right.
Fuck out of here. Somebody that's doing that to their children, when they come in contact with that man, they're gonna be terrified.
Yeah.
Right. Ask you why you file a police report.
Right.
Type shit.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Where's
all this evidence?
And don't think that I was scared I was being verbally abused. The motherfucker doing that, he's supposed to. Come on, bro.
Right.
Fuck out of here. So you just as bad. Not realizing saying this shit to Esau, have them take the kids in general. And neither one of the kids that had a fucking chill type shit, you know, but their bitches don't think like that. You know, all they thinking is, this is what I want, and I want to usurp authority, so this is what I know to go to Esau.
That's a lose-lose situation.
Exactly. Exactly. These are the reasons I left with the children. Mind you, she left while I was out preaching the word, right? Came home to an empty house. And just my dog. My dog, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Looking at me, I'm like, damn. There are also other men living with him ones I do not know personally that are also in this group. I don't believe my children are saved.
I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's
Oh
a
man,
bad
he's
guy.
terrible, man. You see that savage expression? Oh man, I'm a little shook now. Like goddamn, man.
I'm the bad guy.
Right, right. Come on, man.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hard working brother, and his word is true. Be crazy, man. And you know my
But-
brothers don't be on
But she left.
Wait. That
Why
was
she got a
after she
problem?
left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
What's
after
the
she
problem?
left.
Because you're saying because they're there, I don't want to put my children at risk, even though they there.
Oh, what?
And even though they there, about to be there when I go home, for the rest of the weekend and shit, so she can go hang with her sister. Even though, also, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's coming down to the end of the
Good, good.
He says, so she's using that as a justification when she told me when we were talking one time. I mean, I just left. It wasn't nothing you did. I just left. I just wanted to leave. Like,
Sounds like a lie to me.
so when she told that,
Sounds like a
you
nigga
know,
woman to me.
yeah, sound like a nigga.
Toasted.
It says, right. It say, I don't believe my children are safe. If I left alone with their father, I believe he will continue to impose this hatred onto my children. And I believe he will take his anger he has for me out on them. So I'm so angry at you. I'm so angry at this brother. I'm
punching kids in the
right. I'm just gonna beat up this brother up here because I'm mad at this brother or something.
That does sound possible, but that only sounds possible for a woman to do.
Yes. That's what women do when they hate the man. Yeah, you don't hear the men.
Unless they're white or something, they're drunk. Then that's where I hear that case happen, but not for black men.
Right? No. Oh man, that's some bullshit. I'm mad at this bitch. Come here so I can beat you up and not her.
Right.
Come
here, son. I'm mad at your mama.
Is that a new?
Come on, man.
No,
What is that? Lamentations 4 and 3 by Ahab Amath. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness.
And if I can say, because you have a lot of so-called black women have, when they get their custody of their children, because they're single mothers, they get them taken by CPS all the time, and a lot of times they murder them too.
Yeah, or the nigga that they start fucking, dude.
Or they both plot together to murder them.
Yes. That way we can just be straight. We ain't got to deal.
Well, now nobody got.
I remember the horrible video that they showed a few years back.
Oh yeah, when they cut them up. They cut them.
When they took the when the dude was walking the girl's son in there. I guess he was watching her son while she's at work. This just some niggas he fucking with, and this nigga was grabbing the son and like slinging them against the ice cream thing and kicked them and shit like that. And she like went sliding over across the what's name like a little small kid. Then the kid just got up and just started crying and like running after him, and he just leave. But then the video got out. The video went viral.
Yes. And
he got caught, and then he said that it was a black woman that left her son,
baby dad.
her 1-year-old,
left her 1-year-old with a nigga that she just
fucking right, not the
but
dad.
not with her baby daddy, who loves the child. You know what I'm saying?
Children are a check monetary gains.
And he's abusing this boy. Ain't no telling how long he was abusing that young boy.
Right.
Ain't no telling.
It says, I believe he will continue to impose his hatred on my children. I believe he will take his anger he has for me out on them. I believe I have videos of this hate group expressing these things, and they do also practice them. Now, mind you, I'm about to go get my children. I'm about to go home right now. She's going to bring them over so they can hang out for the rest. They can spend the night for the rest of the weekend, and then they're going to go back to their house because that's not their home. You know what I'm saying?
That would never be possible if all this was true.
Right. None of this would be. But see, this is the culture that we live in, where they can just say this type of shit, and motherfuckers take it for face value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't. Society believes these hoes, and you
Right.
can't believe these hoes.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing they say.
You trust these
Yes,
hoes.
hoes. They're hoes.
Yes.
Yes. And that's why they establish it, because you got a malicious spirit on you, probably something you got from another nigga.
Yeah, basically, basically what she didn't tell you is that she's profane.
Right. And not to mention, she don't know I had this bitch.
Yeah, she don't know that he's been sent the letter that she wrote to them.
Right. So now she all cooling in my face, smiling, and we laughing and talking. See, they don't understand we can be subtle. Because the Lord told me to be easy, and that's what I'm gonna do until that day. And I'm gonna keep video footage and all of these things, you know. So hey, how can this and that be that? And you know, we have this right here, you know. So it is what it is, right? You know. That's all. We just wanted to read that bit of information.
Yeah,
when
your
those
woman
going through
ain't
the
with
same
you, she
thing.
ain't with
Right. All right. So you know, just stay circumspect about that. You know, and with that, you know,
all praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kwakadash, the lines to the apostle of great millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, doing the work of truth and spirit.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
Quit bow, man. Quit bow.
I don't even know how to stop this bitch.
No, stop the video.
Oh, no, there it is.
In
Put that
broadcast.
right there.